For the first time in 300 days, Bitcoin is finally above the 200 moving average. This is an all-time high in 300 days since June 13, 2022. And the big question is where exactly is Bitcoin going in the near future? Well, let's have a look at the 200 moving average. First of all, the 200 moving average has been a big indicator, and we haven't really been above it in a long time. And we can see right here that every time we are above the EMA, the 200 moving average, we usually have a massive move, and every time we're below it, we usually get rejected. Now, Bitcoin is finally above the 200 moving average, but the big question is are we going to close above this level? Another thing that I want to talk about is Bitcoin currently in an inverse head and shoulder pattern? Now, for those of you guys who don't know what an inverse head and shoulder is, when you have like some sort of loop like this on the left side, a head that goes all the way down, and then a right side, I'm going to drop a picture right here. And of course, the target would essentially be the top of the neckline to the bottom, and then you would essentially extend that. And then boom, our target should be approximately 32,000, something like that. Okay, now if I do 32,000, it meets almost exactly at this region right here. So this region is a very important zone for Bitcoin because we have a lot of resistance. We have this support region that flipped into a resistance, this one right here, this one right here, and this one right here. So TA does not lie whatsoever. I mean, this chart is here to stay, and it seems like Bitcoin is about to be making big moves. But first, guys, we're gonna obviously have to be able to close above the 200 moving average on the weekly time frame. Now, if you guys can see right here a little bit on the side of my screen, 5 days and 10 hours, that's when the weekly candle closes. So we have actually 5 days and 10 hours before Bitcoin comes back down. So we saw this story happen before. I mean, we saw it right here. There was a nice little fake out, and we saw it right here. It peaked all the way to the 200 moving average, got rejected. So this is still the beginning of the week, so it's going to be very interesting to see if Bitcoin can somehow manage to stay above it or even explode, or maybe potentially go to $28,000 by the end of the week. So we're going to have to see what happens with that. Now, another thing I want to talk about is the exponential moving average on Bitcoin. So these are the EMA ribbons, and Bitcoin right now is currently making a nice little breakout above the EMA ribbon. Now, the last time Bitcoin had a breakout above the EMA ribbon was actually right here, April 4th, 2022. That was a little bit under a year ago, or you could say a year ago. And ever since then, we've actually been trending towards the downside, and it's been very hard to essentially come back up. So that's that on the weekly time frame. We're gonna have to see if Bitcoin can essentially close above it. Now, another thing is that Bitcoin on the daily time frame, we are once again above the exponential moving average, and we could see the yellow ribbon, which is a 20 EMA ribbon, flipping to the upside. So we saw that cross. We were about to cross to a bearish pattern, but guess what happened? We got rejected. That was a very fast V recovery shape with a lot of volume. I don't know if you guys can see this volume right here with a lot of volume, and this indicated a nice little bullish trend right here. As you guys can see, pumping in volume, pumping in volume. Usually when you have a dump right here and the volume is low, like we saw right here, that's usually not the best sign. So this was obviously a fake out, and that's about it. Bitcoin is looking very good, very juicy. I mean, we haven't been above this level in quite some time, over 300 days. So it's very exciting time. If you guys like this video, of course, don't forget to smash that subscribe button, leave a like, and I will see you guys in my next video tomorrow.